soft glam makeup look that can work for every day. It's going to be a little bit on the pink side. That's what we're going to be creating today. This is the makeup recreate inspiration that we're going to be doing today. I'm really excited about it. I'm going to walk you through the steps and I'm going to take you from this to this. You're going to be able to create it all on your own. Something that you can rinse and repeat every day is how easy this makeup tutorial is going to be. First thing you want to do is always do your skincare. It really can make or break your makeup routine. And then as you need to go in and kind of rehydrate the skin, this is what I like to use. I got a new bottle of the Fresh. This is the Rose Deep Hydrator. This stuff works really well. If you're one that has more sensitive skin, then an organic rose water will work best for you. Right now, I'm going to go ahead and go in. This is the Bobbi Brown moisturizer. I do like putting this one on. We're going to put a little bit of this on, and then I am going to let it go ahead and dry down. So I'm putting it on top of SPF and everything else. I'm not re-washing my face. I'm just rehydrating the face, and that's okay. This makeup look recreate, I'm going to use my all-in-one custom makeup palette that I have picked the colors out. I will go ahead and put all of this in the description down below, so then you can go ahead and shop, or if you need a color match. Skin prep being already done, I think I'm going to do a little bit of lighter coverage, but I'm going to use this shape brush and go in and start the process with the 3D foundation. I'm going to mix my highlights. So the brightening highlight here, I'm going to mix these two together. I love mixing the colors because then this way you can get what you actually want as far as like colors go. So with the 3D foundation, I'm just going to put the brightening highlight, which is also known as a concealer, on the inner corner and the outer corner of the eyes, and then come down the center of the forehead and on the nose bridge, Cupid's bow, and the chin area. Brush is a lighter coverage brush, so I'm going to get like a light to medium type of coverage with this brush because of the density of the brush. So it might even look like I'm putting a lot of product on. Really not putting a lot of product on. Plus I'm just tapping and doing a little feather dust at the same time to really blend it out. Because you see how pretty, look how pretty that looks. Next, I'm going to go with my main highlights here. So the two main highlights, again, I like to mix and match these colors. I'm going to go ahead and tap and put those on here and coming across. I'm actually looking at when I'm putting on my main highlight is I am taking a look at my chest, my neck, and then my face area, making sure that these three are nice and balanced. The great thing is I can mix and match the colors for what I need in different areas of the face. What I'm gonna do too is like blend it up and start to blend it with the brightening highlight underneath the eye and just tap and push the color into the skin. Other part where the main highlight goes is on the forehead, right in this area. I like tap and blend it out. That looks cool. Just do the same thing on the other side. Again, I'm just looking to go in and make sure that the colors I'm putting on are blending nice with the chest, the neck, and then this bottom jawline, and then the face. You can see how that nicely blend and matches up. And then I'll just go ahead and blend just like this to go and blend the under eye color where the brightening highlight is. You see just how pretty that looks? It's just like chef's kiss. It looks so good. We're going to go in again and tap. And I'm just going to blend right here on the forehead where you would go ahead and apply the brightening highlight and just kind of tap it on. I want you to take a look at these colors. When you look at the colors, you might think, oh, that's too yellow. This one is too orange. That is like, you can't go by that. The colors really blend out. That's why it's a mix and match game. They just blend really well together to balance out the face and the skin. Now for the contour. Now with the contour, which is the darkest color in here, I'm going to go ahead and apply it on the forehead area. And I'm just going to do like a little tap, sweep it going across and back. What this color does, it just really gives dimension to the face, shape, sculpting, your natural cheekbones, your natural shadows on your face. That's what this color does. Notice I just brush it across the top of the forehead. I'm going to go in and do the cheekbone area and just come down and in just a little bit. And it's not a lot of color. But you can see how on this side, I just barely went and put some there. And then this side doesn't have anything. That is what the contour is supposed to do. And it helps just really to give a natural finish to the face. I'm going to go ahead and use the bright brush to go and do my nose because the other brush is a little too big for that. So I'm just going to go in and on the top left and the top right of the bridge of the nose, just sweep that into the eyeline and dust the rest off of the tip like that. And that's just to go ahead and give a little bit of shape. Now for the fun part, we go into the second side of the palette where I have the pink. This makeup look does have a little bit of pinks. So I'm mixing these two pink colors together. It is kind of high up where the blush is placed. That's where we're going to go ahead and place it. And I'm just going to put it on with my fingers and then blend it out with the brush. I'm going to dust the rest on my lips because I don't like wasting stuff. And then we're going to go in and just start to blend that out. Now, granted, this is going to look a little softer of a pink. It's not going to be as harsh when we do the makeup look. I know it's scary, but when you blend it out, I put a lot of product on for the blush because I love blush. You have to let me know in the comments, do you love blush? Because I'm a blush person. For those that you are scared of a color or you're not really a makeup person, you want to try color, you only need a little bit. They're very pigmented. For this in particular look, they did have the blush going up. It was meeting inside of the eyeline too. Pretty. I'm just going to dust a little bit of my brightening highlight on my eyes. This is going to serve as my base. With the bright brush again, I'm going to go into the second side. Since we're using this color right here, which is in Cupcake and then Bubba, I'm going to lightly tap into Cupcake and just kind of dust that on the eye because she had a really nice clean eye with a little bit of contouring. I'm going to go ahead and take Bubba where she strategically had this color placed right in here on the hood of the eye. So I'm just gonna go ahead and kind of mark it and then go back and blend. It wasn't a lot. It was just enough to carve out or define that under brow bone or hood of the eye, like I like to say. And just go in and softly blend that out. And that was it. That was all that makeup look even has. Going in with the multitasker brush, I'm going to go ahead and just line my lips and start the lips. So using my contour with the smaller end of this brush, I'm just going to go ahead and line the lips with it. And then going in with Cindy and a little bit of Baby Watermelon, I'm going to put that in the middle and kind of blend that out. And then going in with the Fenty Beauty, just a little hint of the gloss. This is in Champ Stamp. We're going to go ahead and just put that on. You only need a little tiny bit. We're going to take the Danessa Merrick setting spray, shake it really well, and then spray it on. You want to let that dry down. Just trust the process. I know it looks kind of crazy. That's not it. It's not. We still have to finish it. So don't worry, just trust the process. We're going to go in and just kind of pat around under the eye after the setting spray has dried down and settled because we want to make sure we're not going to have any wild creasing. And this is a really good opportunity to make sure it's nice and blended because they have that very cloudy, airy, pinky type of blush that blends up into the under eye. Taking the Judy Doll in Deep Brown, this is an eyeliner. I like to actually use it for my brows because it's so paper thin. Kind of fill in the brows. And I'm just doing little flicks and just kind of filling in. This literally has your brows look so good. My brows are microbladed, so I don't really do a whole bunch with the brows. Just look how that just carves them out. They just look so good. I'm gonna go ahead and re-darken my beauty mark right here. For bronzer, we are gonna go in and add a little bit of bronzer. This color right here, that is in High Tide. And we're just gonna go ahead and add a little bit of warmth to the face. So I just kind of blend it and brush it up into the hairline. And then right in here where the blush starts to meet where the contour is, I kind of just go over it a little bit just to add a little bit of warmth here. Now for our eyeliner, I like it to be a little bit thicker and a little bit darker. So I'm going to go in with the Benefits Roller Liner. I love this eyeliner. It does not dry out and it lasts a long time. Overall, I just think it's a really good quality eyeliner. So I'm just going in and lining the lashes, going across the very top. I'm not really doing a wing, just adding a little bit of a line across the top lashes. It's so pretty. We're going to go in and set a little bit more with the setting spray again. Shake it really well. Every time you use the setting spray, you want to make sure that you're shaking it. The reason why I love that setting spray, let's just talk about the Danessa setting spray, because it's iconic. It's what it is. It's so good. It's like one of a kind. I typically don't use it in the beginning of my makeup routine. If I'm going to use a setting spray before I start my routine, I'm probably going to go in with a different one because this one truly is mattifying. As you get towards the end of your makeup routine, you want to go ahead and use it generously, or at least just use it 2 times. And then I do like to finish with a finishing spray. This one does really good and hold its own. I have tested it out and it does really well by itself if you don't use it. I don't know how it does in the summertime. I'll have to get back to you on that. I do know that towards the tail end of summer and all fall and winter, as a oily skin girl, it does really well if you have oily or combination skin. Look at that. It just like messed it down. Now, if you don't like it to look this matte, you'll just go back in with another setting spray that's like a regular one, like the Charlotte Tilbury, to go ahead and melt the powdery look down. Time for mascara. This one is the Lash Velvet. I have been in love with this one. Y'all, it's down in the comments. Everything is down in the description. You can just go ahead and grab this because it does not flake, so you're not going to have a whole bunch of black stuff under your eyes. It gives you the prettiest eyelashes. It curls them well, and they're nice and soft. Just look how beautiful and full that eyelash is. They look like false lashes. Now, mind you, I do use a lash serum. Obviously, the lash serum works. You can even tell that I use a lash serum because my lashes are straight. I'll just go in on the other side and do the same exact thing and curl the lashes. Voila. We have a beautiful, elegant makeup look and a beautiful, elegant lashes that are real, not falsies. They look like falsies. Now we're going to go ahead and set with a little bit of powder. I'm going in with my translucent powder. Now this is the powder, again, down in the description for y'all. You have it. It works so good. Between that setting spray, using the setting spray generously, and then using a puff is always going to go ahead and help you control the oil a lot more and really help press that powder into the skin, especially if you want a matte look. Again, if you don't want a matte look, but you want the control, all you have to do is just spray with a regular type of setting spray that's not a mattifying one, and then you'll be set and ready to go. But I just rub the powder on the back of my hand and then start to press it in. If you have dry or normal skin, don't use a puff. Use a fluffy brush and dust it on just a little bit. Tap off the excess first and then go in and dust it on. She's darling. This is the look. I think it looks beautiful. This is so pretty. And you see how it just looks so flawless? That is because I'm making sure I'm using the right technique whenever I'm putting on the makeup, which is tapping and pressing the makeup in with a brush and not trying to swipe or slide. Don't do that. You need to press and move and warm up your product on your face and move it around. And that's if you're using this type of makeup, this cream makeup. That's why the technique that I do, that you see me do, works really well. It might not work as well if you're using powders or liquids to powders types of foundation and products. Different consistencies give you different results. You need different type of techniques. I just like this one because it's easier to work with. It's faster and I know exactly what type of looks that I'm going to get every single time. Something that is rinse and repeat every single day. And all I have to do is just change the blush colors or eyeshadow colors. This is the complete look. Let me know what you guys think of it down in the comments. I think it came out so nice. It's very fluttery and just like airy. Really loving it. It's very giving a pink cloud moment for sure. This is really pretty. I love this. Now at the very end, when you're doing your makeup routine, I do like to go in with a finishing spray. This is the L'Oreal Infallible finishing spray. We're going to go ahead and shake it really well and spray it on. What this does is helps to go ahead and really set your makeup from transferring, just the longevity of it. It's a finishing spray, which is a big difference from other setting sprays. You always want to use this one at the end. Now, if you're one that doesn't like it to look matte, because mind you, this is a light to medium coverage that I did, because it looks matte, on the other side of the screen, you looking at this, it might seem like it's full coverage and it looks heavy. I barely put any product on. It's the technique and also the use of products of what I'm using to make it matte, which is with the setting spray and the type of powder that I use with the puff. Remember when I said if you want it to not look so powdery, you can go in with another setting spray. This is the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray. This is the original OG. Spray this on. It'll kind of melt everything down, give you that satin finish or semi-dewy. You see how when you re-wet that down, it kind of changed the dynamics of it? There's your tips. That's all you have to do. It's all about the preference and understanding and knowing what your products are going to do. Let me know what you guys think of this makeup look. What other makeup looks do you want to learn or want me to go ahead and recreate? All the details are in the description down below. And if you need a custom color match, that information is there as well, because that way you can get your own custom palette and then just follow right along. That's the best way to learn how to do it. I'm always here for you too. Until next time, I'll see you in the next one.